How's it hanging, guys? Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we return to some outer worlds up here in space. Look how beautiful this game is. Woo. Okay, and where we left off, we have a lot of items. Question: can we? She has that on. Can she have? Right. So if we can actually put on bigger guns. Okay. We don't need this many assault rifles. Destroy one. Destroy that. We don't need another one of them. Okie dokie. So we carry on into town. See what there is around. Obviously we have to speak to that woman. We'll speak to her first. The leader of the deserters.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
Tobaccorn? What's that, like tobacco corn?
It's been cleaned.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Yeah, I'm surprised you managed to grow anything.
Around the Vale went sour years ago.
Try being civil, you know?
The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you made a home for yourself. Last thing we're going to mention is Reed.
On Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It's an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Okay, Reed sent me.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
So you do know him, okay.
What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You live enough power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town, we'll go for that one.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert power over to him. He mentioned the plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I'll tell it, yeah. You have the regulator and I need it for me ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the
Oh, so we're going to get given a choice, one way or the other.
You'd be liberating an entire town from a Lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
If only we were a hero. What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
Ah.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in her face. To get me... Yeah. Yeah. Don't pick on Pavati.
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
She's a companion.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you got against people trying to make a living?
Not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think V's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it. It sounds like they both want roughly the same thing.
I trust you will
But for
listen
different,
to
like,
your conscience.
she's got a grudge against the cannery and Spacers. She wants me to turn everything over to them so everyone leaves there to come here. And he has the same. He wants everyone to leave here and go back to work.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Don't call me friend, buddy. Seeing if there's any information. Ooh. A locked door. Thing with locked doors is we don't know what's through them. Oh. Do. Ah, it's locked up here as well. I mean, stealing if we take her bananas, you know?
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who used to follow you around? That guy over there? Ah, so this is where the power generator bit is. Two ways in. Okay. Oh, that Thomas. Right. Who's this guy then?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Is this a storeroom? Okay. We're getting the... What's he... I can steal the apples and they don't mind.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased.
These deserters, I don't think it matters that I mention about stuff like that.
Off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying to everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never is too late to start learning. Yeah, we can give him pointers.
All the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering?
I have now.
A set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Okay.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads,
I'll get them all
I'd be
3.
greatly obliged.
What about the 3rd? Yeah.
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the 3rd's gone, I can't say.
Okay. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
Obviously, we must have one already.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, how you got away with pretending to be an engineer?
Well, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Oh, I can swap out a water filter or charge up a battery and go on pretending I know what I'm doing. But the moment I'm asked to do any real engineering, I'm in trouble.
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
Yeah, what are you doing in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence.
Okay.
I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even
That sounds a
survive
bit
on my
fishy.
own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me
Because
in,
even
I've
if
been on
someone...
my feet ever
But would they
since.
get rid of him because he's still company property, you know?
Competent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Okay. Find 3 volumes. Does that now show on the map? Could be one down there because there's a green thing. It's a way of seeing how... Because we've already got one. There, let's see. There's one. So we've only got one. See if there's anything else in town. We've got mines at the back. Okie dokie. Now what's... Oh, we can... Yes, for fast... Actually, we have nothing to do with the ship. Because we can fast travel to the ship. Now that we have Bavadi. See if she would do anything there. But she won't. Because we have no engine for the ship. No, what? We're still going to...
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you.
See?
I suppose everything.
There was a
on the
shotgun in here,
Emerald Island
workbench.
belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Tossball stick.
Oh, wow. If I'd been able to get out here, I so would have stripped this for parts.
A ladder.
The ship's engines cannot be powered
So
until
we put the power regulator in there when we get it.
properly installed. Want to be a brand new you?
Cloud respect. Choose respect. Oh, so you can use bits to respec yourself. Okay. Cool. So if we don't like what we've got, we can respec. That's good to know.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Wonder what's in there.
Nice.
Okay. That there uses heavy ammo. Wonder why that one's that low. Little bit of damage. Okay. Get rid of that. Oh, I like that, but I like that better. So, I want to do that. Then we got a light, a heavy, a melee, and an energy. We'll make sure everything's reloaded. I do like the sniper, by the way, guys. I just think that may be better, you know? Because we're going to go into the plant. So I think the sniper is great long distance, but we want something a bit more closer, you know?
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
No. Wait, is that Abernathy's house? I don't know. I don't want to bust in. No, that's Abernathy's house. Aha. Ooh. And the first volume in the community center. Second volume in the cannery. Barty mentioned father reading a volume when he was working the shift at the cannery. You found a mention of Bavari's father's old terminal that he took a volume of that guide to mechanical engineering, the cannery, and left it in an unused office. That's this one, right? So we now need to find out where the third one is. I'll speak to the guy at the general store. Where's the general store? Over here.
Something got you down?
See if he knows about the book.
Work your jaw on some Spacer's Chaw. Go right ahead.
Nope, we've got now to mention about the book. Pick the woman here.
Abernathy's got some bounce in his heel. Must have heard some good news.
Well, that's cool.
Go ahead. Suppose I did. Ready to talk about it? What's there to figure out? Stands
So,
to reason you work
because
for
we
the
helped
company.
Abernathy
You ain't Spacer's choice.
and gave him the cure
Clearly
thing,
You're with Auntie Cleo.
she responded about him. Don't work for any company.
You're one of those freelancers then? Running about Halcyon, selling off your loyalties to the highest bidder?
Sounds about right.
Well, good luck trying to figure yourself out. Sounds like you'll need it.
Okie dokie. What we thinking then? Might look around the landing pad, see if the thing's there. It might be in the geothermal plant. Okay, let's look around. Just in case there could be something here, you know? There's a path down there. Locked boxes. There's a terminal in the middle. Okay, let's see what this terminal does. Locked door. Obviously, we don't want to break into there. There's a guard outside. Okay, we'll check the building. Right, the thing's not in here. Ooh. Side path. Probably nothing here, but you know. Always great to check. What's this? Then nothing, okay.
Here they come! Look at us!
Bird thing. Oh no, it took out. Did these? Is that... Oh, it's work orders. I was hoping that was the book we need. I have received reports of the Petrol Ray nest behind the landing pad. This is not the first time these reports have appeared on my desk. I must once again reiterate my contempt for the Petrol Ray population and the problems made by the presence. Oh, bless him. Came to take out a nest and failed. I wonder if the nest is underneath, or they might have taken out the nest and it was only the last one got them, you know? Okay, so it doesn't look like anything's here. Oh, that's actually a special named weapon. Ooh. Nice. Could we destroy his light pistol? Okie dokie. So nothing there, nothing there. Got that one there. The only place I can think of is that it's in there. So we'll go from here. We'll work up the road. We'll go in the geothermal plant. We won't divert any power. We'll try getting the other two things done first. Because hopefully the book's in there. But obviously we do a cheeky little save. Okay, yeah, so just follow this up. Can we break into this? No. Yeah, lock picking up high. To be fair, we probably should also concentrate on that. There's so many skills that we need to get up. And we seem to focus mainly on persuasion. Okay. Over there. Oh, we never actually went into it. I want to check that out. Can we... Do you know what? I'm going to fast travel back. I'm going to double back in there and check what's down there. Because that was a point of interest and we never actually went down to it. So the items we need could be down there, you know? Anything in here? That would have been the back way in. Ah. It's okay, we just went through the front door. So we could have snuck in. Okay, nice. There's some creatures up there. Check them all out. Oh, there's still one more over here. Nice. Did we blow one up over here? I don't know. Got a brain. Oh, reliable. Ooh, it's named. Gonna take off our pistol, guys. Actually, gonna take that off. Gonna go to up Bavadi. Gonna take off that. Gonna put that on Bavadi. Give her a machine gun, you know? And we have that on as our pistol. Wait. Oh, that uses heavy rounds. Ooh. I would have to look at that at some other point. Hey, let's see what else is in here. Nice. Again, we're looking to see if that buck is down here. And the answer is no, guys. Okay. So we'll go and we'll start checking the other way. The only place to check now is the cannery. Not the cannery, the place here. There's other buildings that... See, I should really check every building town at some point. Not now. But we know in here, we can try doing that. So there's robots. We need to try getting a logic module. So, have a cheeky little save. Does he say how to do that? Logo wants to infiltrate the plant and retrieve a module from one of the automatics there. Okay. We aggroed them. Where are you running to, Bavadi? That's a way in. That was hardly any damage. Well, that works. Okay. Body's down, guys. Ah, we could have came in there, right. Nope, Pavati's back, guys. Must be classed as out of combat.
We got this!
Okay. You back up, Pavati? We'll sell our junk.
Processing.
Where'd they go?
Required for adjacent automatic.
Nice.
The last of them.
Okie dokie, what we got around here? We have an entrance. An entrance here.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
There's a computer in there. I had to borrow your copy of Young Space. Ah, there you go. Radio's been sputtering and I need a reference. I'll return a copy to the repair bay. That's locked. We need more lockpicking to get into there.
Here they come!
Ah. May reload that. Okie dokie. This feels like this is the way for the main mission to turn the stuff. Got lockers. Can't open that. I know it's going to lower our, How cool is that, you know? Yeah. Remember, it's always about looking good. It's never about what's the best, you know? To be fair, in these type of games, it probably is about having whatever's a better armor. But it's a cool hat, you know? Higgins again. The whole head. Found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals. But I had to write him up. Camera company probably. Should be in my lock away room. Let's see if okay. Here's what happened. Mechanicals gone crazy. Locking myself down here. Just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control. So that's how we can get the person's. I mean, a passcode to open. Just in there we need to get. That's sealed. That opens that. Okay, so we already had the passcode from probably one of those logs. Okay. I didn't make it.
System.
Okay.
Lethality now reduced.
Nice. Ooh, what's that? Floor tutorial. During your adventure, things may happen to your character that triggers a floor offer. Taking a floor is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. Getting burned too many times. Susceptible to plasma damage. So we could receive more damage from plasma. And it gives us an extra perk. You know what? I'm going to say yes. I want a floor. Just because I want an extra perk. Damage per floor by 5%. It's +5 to base armor good. Don't know about health. Vendor prices could be good. Yeah, lower vendor prices. We want to make sure that's not... No, see, that's all the way over. Okay. That could have done something. When was the last autosave? Not long ago. I'm going to reload. I'm not going to touch... I'm going to focus on doing those missions. I need to stop my habit of throwing levers, you know? Oh. Reject. I think that's because we used the healing. Oh, but now we don't have the perk for the plasma. Well, hopefully we'll get it at some other point.
Self-diagnostics.
Oh, it's
complete.
Jeremy.
Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
Made it out of the junkyard.
All systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed. Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties.
Gonna pop a save, guys. I don't want to ask why you're not attacking me and then he attacks me, you know?
It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's Choice. Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Now, maybe another time.
Entering standby mode, awaiting further instruction.
Okay. Borrowed copy of thingy. I don't want to send Jeremy around in case it gets him destroyed. Yeah, sorry about that. Ah. Ugh. Aha, nice. Ooh. Can't. There's a creature in there. Yeah, what's that riot one like? Ah, it's basic. To be fair, actually no, we'll keep our hat on for now. And that was where Jeremy is, so we've gone all the way around. Nice. Sometimes the targeting in this to pick stuff up isn't the best. Okay, we turn that to Ludwig. Alright. So now we use this. We go to get...
No, just leave me alone.
I'll get down to him.
Go away, Phantom.
Things for ghosts.
No, just leave me alone.
Right. I think there was a ladder the other side.
Get away! Get away! You're not real. You're not real.
Or an item.
Not real. You're not real. No, just leave me alone.
Hey, at least he survived.
You're not real. You're
I'll
not
have that.
real. Go away. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
I wasn't trying to start you. Most people don't see me come, but we're too low on that. Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Back away slowly. What did you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You're an engineer.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you work the mechanicals, you must know how to stop them. Yeah.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Persuade, yeah.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
I want to ask you something.
Tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
How have you survived?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed.
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
He seems disappointed in that. Okay, I need that. Okay, so that other one looks like it's part of... Yeah, part of that. The main mission. We've got Return to Ludwig and Return to Thomas. Can we do it from here? No. Okay, so we can't fast travel inside, because these must be classed as like a dungeon. You know, we mosey on out. And then we return. First things first, we return to the engineer guy. We'll hand him those magazines. Well, the engineer books.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
I've got all of them, actually.
No kidding. Really?
Or do we have to give it to him one at a time? Yeah, it looks like we have to give it to one at a time.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I got more for you, yeah.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Well, don't keep me in suspense.
There's part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible.
I do like that he has different things to say for each one you give to him. Because it makes it less annoying that you have to hand, even though we have all 3, one at a time.
I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Okie dokie. I think that's their reputation with deserters. Oh, yeah, look. Revered and revered. 96% with deserters just for doing that mission. Okay, so next. Die robot.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Yep, I found one. There you go.
Soldier, you're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble. And a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Oh, it just gave us. Definitely have that one. Okay. All that done. It's a increased rep. Oh, 96 of all. So that must be everything, and then we have to decide with this. Which is 2 missions. Oh no, that's a mission for the ship. And divert. Okay, pop a cheeky little save. Not let me select the thing to fast travel. So we can fast travel there. Now it will. Okay. For some reason, when I was first going over, it was going over to where the mission bit was. Do we need to hack that? don't need to, but you know, we want to. Some security fence. That means when we fast travel, we can just run in. Okay, we'll go. We'll reprogram the robots. We'll go all the way down to where the guy is. Okay, so it must be... in the next section. Because he did say it was in the room next door, so I wanted to go down there just in case there was a door near him. It must be this way. I'm getting hit by... oh, Steam. Okay. Shut off steam valves, yeah. Workbench. I assume I have to pull these in.
Security.
Here they come!
Nice. Probably end up destroying all the robots before we click the switch, you know? Okay. I think I need lockpick up. Yeah, up to 20. Yeah, seems okay. You can command your companion to use their special abilities. Ooh. Do I have an extra perk? Don't have an extra perk. No, or the auto mechanicals in the plant out of commission. No need to modify the behavior. Well, we didn't have to modify the behavior, guys. Turns out we destroyed them all. And you know what? Where's Jeremy? We might as well let Jeremy go on the walk.
It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
There you go. Now you can patrol just in case, you know?
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Use the terminal. Plan status. Redirect power. Did I... So now we have to do other bits. Okay.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
And I was already flicking the switches. We had a feeling that the switches were to do with this.
Last.
Okay. Think this is up? No. Ooh, we can use this terminal. And that's to modify behavior. You know what? Take new model. Select new target. Define intruders. So it was all the way up here we had to go for that. I wonder if this is actually back up here. It looks like it's all the way... Yes, it's in here. Okie dokie.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make my decision. Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers and power. I'm ready to make my decision.
I didn't mean to babble on. like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. Yeah.
Really? I mean,
We want to
wow.
build a relationship with our companions, you know?
Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Must be that redirect power. Okay. Gonna send it to Edgewater, guys. Convince them to return. See if we can do that. We're persuasive, so we might be able to. Gonna be something decent in that room we can't get in. Yet. Hopefully we can come back. Okay. So I mean, well, we don't need to scrap anything yet. Okay. Let's see if we can persuade them, guys. Hopefully we don't go there and they just start firing. We're revered with them. I didn't check. Has changing the power changed our rep? Okay, we're still revered, so 100% with them. We're still revered there. And only a little bit negative. Which must be down there. There's everyone there, okay.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
No, but it's the nice person thing that you had before when we came in, you know?
Off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
It isn't personal. Reed needs these people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater.
Oh, but I wanted to return.
I'd die among my flowers than live under his management.
You've been we'll come back to Edgewater. What happened to you? Yeah.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat
See, so if she told me this at the beginning, I might have changed my mind.
Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Yeah, and we... change of management.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Okay. So it feels like we can... Okay, what I want to do... Save it, in case I mess up on... Not really like... I don't really like saves coming and reloading.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
You want to survive without power. Time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
Don't work in a cannery. You want to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her.
Stay put, I'm going to try to talk Reed to stepping down.
You know where to find me.
Okay. The optional one's the Reed one, so we're going to go talk to him. Tell him to leave. He either leaves by our words or he leaves at gunpoint. Can I think if the whole deserters come back, everything will prosper. Game is so pretty. And he should listen to me. Because we have a great rep.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
When you leave. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around the town lately?
It is my job to keep
I want to go through all talking options first.
This place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming.
So we ran into the ground,
Times change.
you know?
People change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
The town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Does it make it less true?
I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude. Go ahead.
What about the plague?
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
Should have developed immunity after repeating exposures to a single strain of contagion.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
You withhold medicine from your own workers.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
You let Addison's son die.
My son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
So without her, basically their food tastes bad. So they lose money, and that's why everything's going downhill. That's why he wants her back.
To the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Yeah, so what you cannon here?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead. That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the folk...
See, they don't actually loathe the people at Edgewater. They loathe him.
As a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Don't blame yourself. Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things. It's an ugly place to live. Of course people... No.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on. Losing Adelaide...
Wonder if we have to go through all this just to get the option to say, want you out.
When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. Go ahead.
Doesn't look like we can convince him. Maybe we have to convince the deserters first. And that optional is to come and kill him. Maybe. But what we'll do a cheeky little save, guys. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the end of tonight's stream. Oh, we managed to divert the power. Adelaide wasn't happy. We did pretty much everything, and now all we have left is try to convince the deserters, get rid of Reed, and then we can go on our ship and go on a journey. And that will be for tomorrow's stream. Now, for those wondering, we do have a members stream after this stream. So if you want to support us and become a member and watch along on some of our members only content, there's links to that in the description below. Because the content we create on this channel is only made possible thanks to you watching along at home. So it's very much appreciated. So thank you for your time. Well, Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, and stay safe.